Welcome back to the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman, and we are at the Motor City Casino for OrgPro 2012, put on by MSAE, the Michigan Society of Association Executives, and we're very fortunate to have Donna with us. Donna Oster, who is the, are you chair of this year?
I am. I'm chair of OrgPro this year, Chris. Very exciting.
My gosh, we should have come to you for the discount cards then. At the
they don't entrust me with things like that. No. No.
we have a similar MO then. So let's talk a little bit about you. Also, your card says vital associations. Tell me about that.
Right. I established a new company last year to help struggling associations and nonprofits be more responsive in this changing business environment. So we go in and take a look at what's working really well and improve their efficiencies, and then look at where the improvements can go as far as if they're struggling with revenue, membership, marketing, communications, and the idea is to build capacity so they can be successful on their own.
Well, so you've got this association background, so you know how they work when they work well. So you're able to go in and look at somebody and say, here's a few ways you're off standard, that type of thing.
Absolutely. Sort of like a gentle change agent, if you will.
Wow.
Help them along.
I love that perspective, the gentle piece really,
right.
really kind of appeals to me. So tell me about as chair, and we were just over there talking to Cheryl Ronk, the executive director of MSAE, and she announced that you were the chair again next year. And I said, did you know that? That's exactly right. So tell me a little bit about what's entailed in that, because this is a pretty big undertaking.
It is. It is a large conference with 5 partners that actually come together to put this on. But when the task force got together this year, the first thing we did was take a look at what's working really well that people love about OrgPro, why they come back, and then what could we do to build on that. Because there's so much information available now on the internet, and and your phone for that matter,
yeah,
that you really have to create an experience for people to want to come to an event. And so we wanted to really deepen and enrich that experience.
Well, and keeping it warm is so important. People don't realize that if you come back and it's successful 5 years in a row but it hasn't changed, there's a real chance six won't be a good year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we built in intentional networking. The days of people knowing, you're very good at this, you know a lot of people, you're good at introducing yourself, but now we have 3 or 4 generations in the workforce and they may not be very good at that. So we built in some sessions to help them do a better job of that, some facilitated dialogue, if you will, and then also some sessions that also help them unpack the information that they're getting. Like, for example, this morning after Josh Linkner's keynote, they will all go into roundtable sessions where there will be facilitators that actually help them apply what they learned. So as an employer, the benefit is that when your employee comes back from a conference like this, they're going to be able to roll up their sleeves and apply what they just learned.
Unbelievable. It's interesting you mention that, because the new generation coming up does so much with texting, so much electronic, that sometimes that really important piece and association business is still people business in my mind. Maybe some of that gets lost a little bit.
Associations are definitely a people business. And so right now that challenge is being appealing and attractive to the 20-somethings that are coming into the industry, but also still doing an excellent job of serving the 65, 70-somethings, because people are obviously working longer. Now, in some cases that might mean continuing to do your print publication, but also doing an online publication as well. Or, maybe you have, instead of doing just traditional meetings, you also do tweet ups on Sunday night. For associations, that means you're doing double the work.
Right.
That's a challenge.
Yeah, it absolutely is. So when you talk about associations, your consulting firm that comes in and kind of helps them upright, there are a lot of one-person shops. Associations that are small, that don't have enough membership to really have their own organization, but they need somebody running them. Do you get involved in that at all?
I would help from the perspective of what's the right move for them, sort of as in an advisory role. I don't do association management per se. There are some excellent organizations that offer that. Association Management Resources is an example of that. That does that in Michigan. And so if I were contacted by a group, You know, I think this is the key to success in business today is I'm not going to do what other people are already doing exceptionally well. I'm going to do what I do exceptionally well. So if I come in and see that they just need help with publications, I'm going to put them in contact with somebody that can do that.
Find
if
that
they,
niche.
Yeah, somebody that needs help with professional learning, well, I'm going to connect them with a professional learning expert.
Well, I tell you what, you're doing a great job, obviously, and your company is thriving. It's growing.
We've had a very good year, and we're looking forward to taking on some more clients this year.
Excellent stuff. That really is. So good to have you here. It really is. So you've got the rest of today and tomorrow?
That's right.
All right. So there's a lot of stuff happening.
But we're going to get about 100 hours of learning in less than 24 hours. That's our plan.
This is a lot of pressure. I'm glad I'm out of here in a couple hours here. But it is a great organization. You've done a marvelous job. Don Oser, Vital Associations. I want to thank you so much for jumping by here and for taking on this task of leadership.
Thanks for having me.
Good to have you here. It is. I'm Chris Holman. Obviously, you're watching us on the Michigan Business Network, and we are at OrgPro 2012 at the Motor City Casino. We'll be right back with more.